Here in Tech Factuala, we provide you with fantastic ideas on how product development is being applied in future tech and new gadgets. In addition, we feature honest reviews about the latest tech and devices that will help you decide where you should spend your money. The Redmi Note 9T is part of Xiaomi's Redmi series of low-cost phones. As previously stated, Xiaomi also sells low-cost phones under the Xiaomi Mi and Poco brands. It is one of Redmi's Generation 9 phones, which will be released in 2021 alongside the Redmi 9T. The Xiaomi Redmi Note 9T is a device that appears to be one of the most excellent phones available, while remaining very affordable. It follows the history of the Xiaomi-made brand, delivering something more affordable than the Mi series of handsets. The mix of features, connection, build quality, and pricing that you receive here propels it right into our list of top cheap phones. Notably, it has 5G connectivity, which is beneficial if the next generation network has reached your region. In the following Redmi Note 9T review, we'll walk you through all of the significant features, stats, and facts you need to know about this phone, from battery life to how effectively the camera picks out details in low light. Design and screen. The Redmi Note 9T has a fit and finish that defines the handset's low price. It's not the lightest or most attractive phone we've ever seen, and it feels slightly cheaper and plasticky in the palm. But just by looking at it, you'd never believe it's as cheap as it is. We enjoy the textured feel on the back, the curved edges, and the color options: Daybreak Purple or Nightfall Black, with the black variant being the one we evaluated. We also appreciate the 6.53-inch 1080x2340 pixel LCD. At this budget point, you can't expect a super fast refresh rate, and HDR compatibility is also lacking. Still, it's huge, sharp, and bright enough to satisfy most people. We found the Redmi Note 9T display entirely adequate for watching movies streamed over the internet, or surfing through articles on the web. The front display is interrupted by a single punch-hole notch for the selfie camera, while the rear camera is in the center of the back. Not the most aesthetically beautiful configuration we've ever seen, but we can live with it. The phone also places its fingerprint sensor inside the power button, which we don't like because it makes the power button harder to discover and push, and the fingerprint sensor more challenging to use. It performed satisfactorily in our tests, but we would prefer to see it located on the back or beneath the phone display. Xiaomi claims the Redmi Note 9T has a water-repellent coating, but you're not going to get anything close to an IP68 grade for waterproofing at this pricing point. There is also a headphone jack. Overall, we're impressed by what the phone has to offer in terms of design and screen, though it won't fool you into thinking it's an iPhone 12 or a Galaxy S21. Camera and battery. The Redmi Note 9T's triple lens 48 megapixels wide plus 2 megapixels macro plus 2 megapixels depth rear camera isn't much to write home about, but keep in mind the price you're paying. There's no ultra-wide mode or optical zoom, but the primary 48 megapixels camera does a fantastic job of producing good images in bright light, something that most inexpensive phones can now achieve. The shutter speed could be faster and the colors were occasionally off-kilter. Still, overall you'll get decent photos from this phone. Definitely good enough for social media and then some. Unfortunately, we had a week of rain during our time with the Redmi Note 9, making it impossible to take truly unique photos. Still, the samples we've included below give you an idea of what the rear camera is capable of. As is typical of budget phone cameras, difficulties arise in low light, with a lot of noise coming in and many details lost. The phone can still take decent photos in low light, though the night mode doesn't appear to make much of a difference. But it's worth remembering that many mid-range phones have superb cameras. So if taking images is essential to you, you might want to spend a little extra money on your next phone upgrade. During a 2-hour video streaming test, the Redmi Note 9T battery dropped from 100% to 81%, resulting in a total runtime of 8 hours. Of course, that was the screen brightness set to maximum, so you could certainly increase it. In everyday use, the phone comfortably lasts a second day, thanks to its enormous 5,000 mAh capacity battery. It's one of the better handsets we've seen for battery life. Still, you'll have to settle for 18-watt cable charging rather than wireless charging. Other specs and features. Internally, the Redmi Note 9T features a MediaTek Dimensity 800U 5G chipset, 400GB of RAM, and 64GB or 128GB of internal storage, and a memory card slot if you want to expand that. Looking at those numbers, you can tell the phone isn't going to provide mind-blowing performance, but the combination of processor and RAM means you'll be able to go through most jobs with ease. While the experience of using the phone isn't precisely snappy, it's handy, and we didn't see any slowdowns or lag. Of course, this will change if you open a few hundred browser tabs, but for the most part, everything will function well. We also tested the Redmi Note 9T against some of the most demanding games on the Play Store, and it performed well. The phone scored 595 for single-core, 1788 for multi-core, and 1909 for OpenCL on Geekbench, which are hardly the worst figures we've ever seen. There is exceptional 5G support here, making this one of the most affordable phones with a next-generation connection. If 5G is now or is soon available in your area, you can take advantage of the faster download and upload speeds with the Redmi Note 9T. If you're going to be stuck with 4G for the foreseeable future, and 4G still delivers some very great data rates, you could consider skipping 5G for the time being. The phone runs on Android 10 rather than the newer Android 11, and it comes with the standard Xiaomi MIUI skin. So in terms of software, it's not a disaster. Still, the bright and almost infantile color scheme, as well as the slew of pre-installed apps, WPS Office, Amazon Shopping, Facebook, TikTok, and the Included Me apps, make us long for the lightweight and bloat-free stock Android edition. Price and verdict. Suppose you're looking at the budget end of the smartphone market. In that case, you'll have to temper your expectations about what you'll get for your money. You're not going to get something with the screen, camera, and build quality or the performance of the best iPhones if you're only paying a fraction of the price. However, low-cost handsets are improving all the time, and the Redmi Note 9T more than holds its own at this price point. The addition of 5G in such a low-cost phone is certainly noteworthy, as are the vast screen and general appearance of the Redmi Note 9T. While the triple lens back camera will struggle in some scenarios, particularly when the light fades, it can generate some decent images. And once again, you must consider the phone's pricing when weighing up any aspect of it. It truly comes down to what you need a smartphone to accomplish for you, and the Redmi Note 9T will do practically everything for a price that undercuts almost everyone else. Of course, we've seen some appealing and affordable phones from Motorola, Nokia, and others in recent months. Still, the Xiaomi is definitely in the running when it comes to stretching your money as far as it will go on your next phone update. The phone isn't perfect. It has fewer cameras than its predecessor, and its two auxiliary cameras feel a little redundant. However, there are better devices at this price point if you need a great camera phone. We also found the screen to be a little dim when we used the automatic brightness, and it wasn't blinding even at full brightness. While we are disappointed by the lack of ultra-wide and optical zoom on the camera, and we continue to prefer stock Android to the MIUI software that Xiaomi installs in its phones, we don't have many complaints. You consider the price. Therefore, we believe that towards the end of the year, the Xiaomi Redmi Note 9T will still be high on our list of the best cheap phones available. If you want to get updated on the top tech and tech deals for you, we invite you to join our techie community and interact with us by commenting your thoughts below. We'll see you in the following video.